the trumpet will sound, the skies unfold. A bride made ready, her story foretold. With robes of white, we rise unafraid. For in a moment, the grave sting will fade. We fly soon on wings of faith to where the storm becomes his race. No tears remain, no night, no pain. Forever in his arms we'll stay. The dead in Christ shall awaken first. Then we who remain quench every thirst. Together we'll soar, his glory our guide. Drawn by his love, we'll dwell at his side. We fly soon on wings of faith to where the storm becomes his race. No tears remain, no night, no pain. Forever in his arms we'll stay. Rejoice, the Lamb has prepared the way, the marriage feast of eternal day. With shouts of come and harps resound, in twinkling eyes we're heavenward bound. We fly soon on wings of faith to where the storm becomes his race. No tears remain, no night, no pain. Forever in his arms we'll stay. Rejoice, the Lamb has prepared the way, the marriage feast of eternal day. With shouts of come and harps resound, in twinkling eyes we're heavenward bound. We fly soon on wings of faith to where the storm becomes his grace. No tears remain, no night, no pain. Forever in his arms we'll stay.
Hey.
Hey, sis. Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight?
I am
How are
good.
you doing tonight?
I'm doing
Yeah.
really good. Let me turn my volume a little bit. I have one bar barely, like every week it seems. So I'm probably blurry and I'm probably going to be buffering. I just wanted to put that wording out.
Yeah. Which hopefully I gave her some pointers, so maybe it'll help for next time. But tonight we'll have to just grin and bear it.
Yes. And we're going to get right into stuff because we got a lot of things that we're just going to kind of fly at you. Some are going to be, there's 1 minute. There's a one video that's 8 minutes long. I think that's the longest video, but we're just going to start. But it's been a wild week. I'll just say that.
It certainly has. I will agree with that. It certainly has. It's been a crazy, wild week for sure. And all you guys out there that know us and that are in the church family, you know exactly what we're talking about. So we say here, just keep looking up, you know. But we're going to go over some current events and also the harvest moon coming up.
Oh my gosh.
And the Feast of Tabernacles. But Cheryl's going to start off first when she can get. Can you find it, sis?
Everything went black. I see nothing.
Everything went black?
Everything.
Can you see me? Our
No,
screen?
No, it's been crazy.
You
You see that?
No, I mean, like, I still see you.
Look, I'm actually going to call you because you need to look at this.
That's crazy. Sorry, guys. Should I pause it?
Yeah, pause it.
Okay, we are back. Oh, boy.
Sorry, guys. We had a mishap.
We sure did. Her whole entire, she called me and
You see this? Can you see see the screen?
Well, once you add it to the stage, yeah. Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right. Let's just get right into this real quick. Huh?
So, yep, get right into it because we only got an hour
Then,
and we got to
of course,
hurry.
the third one is the preparation for the United States of America to be directly involved with a war with Russia. All right, let's go back here.
So it could be that Russia is very much about gearing up to.
The body scanner reveals the brutal truth about your body that your regular scale will never tell you.
Goodness.
For weeks, my scale showed
Be engaged in war. And the U.S. is now gearing up to being engaged in war. That's a real possibility. I mean, the signs are pointing to this. I don't mean to scare you, but that is where the signs are pointing. This is NATO Secretary Mark Rutte talking about the incursion into Estonian airspace.
Sure, that we can always defend and deter where necessary. We are a defensive alliance, yes, but we are not naive. So we see what is happening, and whether it is intentional or not. If it is not intentional, then it is blatantly incompetence. And of course, even if it is incompetence, we still have to defend ourselves. And as no immediate threat was assessed here in this case, shooting down the mix was not necessary. And of course, what we will always do is to make sure that we react in a proportionate way. But if necessary, you can be assured we will do what is necessary to defend our cities, our people, our infrastructure.
Okay. So Poland also had a response to this. Poland, this is a representative for Poland talking about Russia entering their airspace using drones. Now, Russia said that, well, it wasn't us. You know, they denied it, and they basically said that Ukraine maybe hijacked some of their drones and sent them into Poland as a just to scare Poland to get more support for Ukraine. And then there was talks of, well, maybe it was an accident. And Poland says, we don't care if it was an accident. If you do it again, you're going to pay for it. Watch this.
But the potential for criminal, catastrophic Russian mistakes is still there. By ordering mobilization in 1914, you precipitated the start of World War I, which bled Europe white and led to your Bolshevik Revolution. By signing the Hitler-Stalin Pact, you helped launch World War II, the bloodiest in history. By Sovietizing Central Europe, you caused the Cold War. Don't start another one. We are peaceful democracies who have studiously avoided actively joining your attempt to reconquer Ukraine. But we will not be intimidated. I have only one request to the Russian government. If another missile or aircraft enters our space without permission, deliberately or by mistake, and gets shot down and the wreckage falls on NATO territory, please don't come here to whine about it.
All right, then we've got reports that President Donald Trump has not approved any action yet, and the U.S. and Venezuela are talking through Middle Eastern intermediaries, according to NBC News. But U.S. is reportedly preparing for more military strikes on drug cartels and drug traffickers inside Venezuela. This report says strikes could come within a matter of weeks. Those sources are two U.S. officials familiar with the planning and two other sources familiar with the discussions. Now, I do want to point out something here that I think is interesting. Do you realize, many people don't realize this, but there's key countries that have strategic interests in Venezuela. For example, major global powers, guys, Russia being one of them. As Venezuela's closest military ally, Russia provides arms, training, and intelligence support, and it views Venezuela as a foothold to counter U.S. dominance in the Western Hemisphere with potential for naval deployments or even arms shipments in a conflict.
So that's just that video that I wanted to share on that because, that's brewing. It's brewing, this big war.
Yeah. And real quick, do you have anything on where Pete Hegseth, Department of War, whatever, did his little speech today? Do you have anything regarding that?
I didn't. I actually watched a lot of it, but I didn't record any of it because At
Yeah,
that
that's
time,
fine. We got a
it
lot of
was on my
stuff.
TV. But
Yeah, I was just going to add to it. Just say,
oh, go
like, you know,
ahead.
they had all those people come, you know, and Trump made a
Mhm.
statement today, like he was going to go talk to all these colonels, leaders, and all this stuff. And if he didn't like any of them, he's going to fire them on the spot. And then
did.
Pete Hegseth said, we're tired of the woke crap. Basically, he said we don't need no more fat generals. We don't need no men's in dresses, stuff like that. So whether they say it's just a nice little meeting, casual meeting, yeah, I think something is definitely up and something's brewing.
Yeah, because he even said, you know, about the women and men, he's talking about if you can't physically do it,
Yeah,
then you don't need to be there. And I agree. Now, if you can, good, you know, but
Yeah.
that's where we are different in what God made us to be. We are different. We're all
yes,
men and women are different. So, you
amen.
know, but yeah, I think it's coming.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you had else to share about that? Did you
Oh,
hear Trump saying that he did threaten Russia? I thought I screenshotted it, but maybe I didn't. But yeah, he said that he did threaten Russia. So that's just another thing.
Yeah.
Real quick on that war subject, this was on my phone, and I'll just read it to you. It shows,
Yeah, I
you know,
can't really see it.
Iran. It says Iran, and it shows it in their language, but they translated it. It says, keep your phones charged. A historic moment is coming. Iran's military issued chilling message, sparking intense regional speculation. So that was just on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it for that part. On my part, as far as the War Department stuff goes.
Yeah. So keep going, keep moving along. And sorry, guys, we're doing it kind of fast paced because normally we don't have a good time limit.
End Times Headlines, guys. Sorry if you want to follow him.
Yeah,
that was his
Brother
YouTube.
Ricky.
End Times Headline. This one is The Big Picture. Larry Ragland, The Big Picture. Here we go.
You got to share your screen and then present it to the stage.
Actually, I can't show this video yet. Anyways, let me back out. Hang on one second. I got to show the other video first.
Oh,
sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Where's the not that one? Not that one. This one. Okay. Now I gotta I gotta hit share screen. Oh my goodness. Is this it? Yes. Share. Goodness. Is it on there?
Add to stage.
Add to stage. Okay. Is it on there now?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the three-eye atlas a little bit.
Yep.
Atlas. This is what's weird about it. We don't know what it's acting like. I mean, we know it's not acting like a comet. It is one of the three interstellar objects that we've discovered. That's why that's
I'm gonna pause it real quick.
Word.
This isn't the 8-minute video that I was telling you about, and the reason why I want you guys to see it because it is very interesting, and not really a lot of people are talking about it.
Not really.
I letter interstellar 3-eye atlas. We don't know what this thing is. I mean, it's really having, we're finding these astronomers are really scratching their heads over everything that's occurring with this object. And what interests me is the timing of it all. So this 3-eye atlas, a fascinating interstellar visitor, has shown some truly unusual behavior, color changes being one of them. This is what caught my interest. Okay. I want to talk about first the cold black initial state of that thing, whatever it is. When it was first discovered, it was a very faint object, and its initial appearance was consistent with a typical distant comet. If you were to imagine it's sitting on the Earth, its solid nucleus sitting on Earth, it would be a very dark, sooty, cold black color. It's because comets are generally composed of a mix of ice, dust, and rock, and the outer layers are typically covered in a dark carbon-rich material. This is what astronomers call, a low albedo surface. It doesn't reflect a whole lot of sunlight. And then we had this red glow just in the first few weeks after its discovery. As it began to get closer to the sun and warm up, its coma was observed to have a reddish hue. And this reddish color is not uncommon for comets. It's caused by the scattering of sunlight off of tiny dust particles in the coma. Okay, they were scattering more red light than blue light, giving the comet a reddish appearance. Now, this suggested that the comet was beginning to wake up and shed some of its outermost layers of dust. And then there's a green, emerald green transformation. The most significant and surprising event was the comet's transition from red to green. This is a very rare and dramatic change for a comet. The green color is not due to reflected sunlight, but it's a phenomenon known as gas emission fluorescence. So as the comet gets closer to the sun, the intense solar radiation heats up its nucleus, causing volatile ices to sublimate and release various gases. So in the case of this particular thing, this green glow is a telltale sign of the presence of specific molecules. Don't need to go into those, but when these molecules are exposed to solar radiation, they become excited and then they emit light at specific wavelengths, with the strongest emissions falling in the green part of the spectrum. So there's a scientific reason for the color changes, folks. Okay, but what I'm listen to me here a minute. Okay, God works through science. God works through natural laws. Okay, it appears to be changing in a way that is not fully understood, and the steep increase in gas production is highly unusual for a comet at its distance from the sun. But now we have the expected white appearance. It's expected to turn white. Okay, there's a prediction that it will turn white. That's based on the idea that as it gets even closer to the sun, a different thing will dominate. The green glow from the gas emission will continue, but the comet is expected to also become significantly brighter from a massive increase in dust production. As more and more dust particles are released from the nucleus, they'll begin to dominate the scattered sunlight. And this massive outflow of dust, which scatters all colors of light more or less equally, will cause the overall appearance of the comet to shift toward a more natural white color. The sheer volume of dust would effectively drown out the specific green emissions from the gas molecules, and this white phase would signify the comet's peak activity as it makes its closest approach to the sun. Okay, now, so what colors are we looking at? Black, red, green, and white. This prophetic series of color changes from the initial dark state to a reddish, dusty glow to a vibrant green gas emission and finally to a brilliant white dust-dominated coma is not a coincidence, folks, and it makes 3I Atlas truly unique and an important object for astronomers studying the composition of interstellar comets, as well as us, particularly since these four colors are the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and mirror the colors of Islamic nation flags. There, I said it. Okay, black, famine, the beginning. Okay, all right, red, war. The shift to red signifies the unleashing of conflict and destruction. It's a viable, it's a visible, fiery sign of turmoil. Then green, there's your death and pestilence. The green color with its association with decay and toxicity. symbolizes the spreading of a plague or a more insidious form of death. It's a sign that the consequences of war are taking root and growing. And then you have the white. That's conquest. That's the climax. Okay, the final brilliant white phase represents the culmination of this process, the final conquering force that brings everything to an end. All right, this is mine. This blew my mind when I was, and I don't even know where it came from. I've always followed this thing in the sky. You know, I don't know, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it Superman? You know, nobody knows.
Okay, so that is actually it for that video. But now I have another video that's going to draw in a different point of view on this. Okay, so that was kind of like scientists and archaeology people, but I want to bring in another video real quick.
That was interesting, though. Definitely interesting.
It is, and it really is, because it really did change those colors. I seen his video and I really wasn't paying any attention to it, but then I started getting pictures of this Google talking about the 3i Atlas, you know, having different colors, and I thought, oh wow.
Yeah, people aren't. I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen it a couple times on my headlines, but not like you think that you would see it.
Right.
But that's what they do. They don't always. I heard something too about the government was trying to figure out a way to shield us from these types of things, like some type of. I don't remember. This has been a couple weeks ago. I should have saved the article, but it was pretty interesting. Something to do with this type of stuff.
My one video is gone. Hang on, sorry.
You're fine.
Oh goodness, guys.
That makes me think of Tom Horn's, which that's a different thing. You know, Tom Horn, when he had that prediction that he said in 2020, April 13th, 2029, for some reason I didn't forget that. That, you know, wormwood. He thought maybe the Apophis thing might be wormwood. So who knows? Yes.
And if you why isn't it? Okay.
But this thing they're saying the 3A Atlas is something like an alien type thing, right?
And here's where we're gonna look at a different view on this, because it's kind of interesting what he has to say about it.
Okay.
Forever. Most women think that bra bulges are unavoidable.
Today, the mechanisms are being put.
That's not it. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Larry and Sandy?
Yeah, Larry and Sandy. Yeah.
Okay. It was on a different.
You had Sling and Stone up there, which I like Sling and Stone too.
Doctor. Did you know that she could be a brain surgeon? Because she has a doctorate in brain surgery.
Is that what her doctorate is?
Yeah, she's like a real doctor.
Did know she was very intelligent.
She's supposed to be like super intelligent.
Yeah.
So that's why they tried her out as Jeopardy's host, but I don't know if that worked out. All right. So this is Avi Loeb. Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So he's going to explain.
This is YouTube channel Larry Ragland or The Big Picture.
Explain why NASA can't explain 3i Atlas.
You floated the possibility that 3i Atlas is alien technology in order to distract us from the Epstein files.
Yeah, let's laugh about that.
My response to that is go to.
I gotta pause it. Didn't she play on Punky Brewster or something like that as a kid? What was her name?
No, she played in.
Isn't that who it is?
No, that's the Big Bang Theory girl.
Oh, okay.
She played
Amazon
on the
right now.
Yeah.
And purchase.
Sorry. Okay, I thought she played in something as a kid too, but the Big Bang.
She may have, but I've seen her from the Big Bang, even though I never really watched the show. I just recognized her because she really is like a scientist or something in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go.
A 0.5 meter telescope, because that would allow you to see the object in the sky. I cannot really fake it. It's not something I can create with a Jewish laser. And because it's so far away, it's like 4 times the Earth-Sun separation. And the Hubble Space Telescope, the Webb Telescope are looking at it in the context of 3I Atlas. This is the third interstellar object discovered on July 1st, 2025. And what was special about it, first of all, the brightness was so large that if you were to assume it's a solid object, it had to have a diameter of 20 kilometers. That's bigger than Manhattan Island, twice as big as the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. And it's just extremely rare. Okay, so I calculated, well, first of all, there should have been hundreds of thousands of Oumuamua-sized objects. That was just the size of a football field, 100 meters or so. And there are many more small objects than big rocks. But more importantly, the interstellar space can deliver a rock of 20 kilometers at best once per 10,000 years. If you take all the rocky material, pack it into 20-kilometer rocks, once per 10,000 years, you can get one to cross the inner solar system at the speed of 3I Atlas. And we saw it after 1 decade of surveying the sky. So that was unusual. And then more dramatically, the trajectory of this object is exactly aligned with a plane in which the planets orbit the sun to within 5 degrees. And, that coincidence is 1 in 500. Okay, for it to lie exactly in the plane, it means that along its path, it can come very close to several planets. In fact, it comes very close to Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. And it wouldn't be able to do that if it came at an angle. And moreover, it arrives closest to the sun when the Earth is on the opposite side of the sun. So we won't be able to observe it. And that's the best point to make a maneuver using the sun's gravity. Moreover, it came from a direction in the sky that is full of stars. It's the direction of the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And so I was a co-author of a paper that said, is 3I Atlas alien technology? And of course, if it is alien technology, you can't do the calculation of the mass in rocks in interstellar space because this object is targeting the inner solar system. And, it will pass closest to the sun on October 29th, 2025. I got a text message the other day from someone who said that he is trading options on the volatility of the market with an expiration date of October 29th in order to make money. And I immediately thought that I don't know if there will be meaning to money if this object turns out to be technological after October 29th. If you want to take a vacation, take it before that date. Because who knows what will happen. Now, it could be a mothership that releases mini probes, that they come to Earth. The Galileo project that I'm leading is looking for unidentified anomalous phenomena, and we have now 3 observatories, and we will check if after October there is more activity. That would be interesting to check. But as of now, people, astronomers, what you will hear is the sort of the party claim that this is a comet. A comet, by the way, just like zebra is identified by its stripes,
listen to this.
You tell it by the cometary tail. Okay, that's what distinguishes a comet. And in this case, just yesterday, there was the first analysis of the image from the Hubble Space Telescope of this object. And guess what? There is no tail. But more importantly, there is glow in front of the object. Instead of behind it.
Yeah.
It's got headlights. It's got headlights. You're not celebrating Halloween this year.
So he literally said they got a line in Vegas on this.
Yes. And he's like, if you're going to take a vacation, take it before the 29th of October.
Wow. Well, I did hear Dave Hodges say that Michio Kaku is pretty unnerved about this because it's very unusual and they don't understand it. I mean, he is like the top physicist in this country.
I talked over it, but he said at the very beginning of that video, he said Project Bluebeam, and he thought it was Project Bluebeam. I guess I missed.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said Project Bluebeam. So I thought, did I miss it or what? But yeah, he said something about Project Bluebeam. I have to go back and look, but
that's fine.
Yeah, but that's what his point was. He thought it was Project Bluebeam.
Right. So it's so rare and nobody knows what it is. And
I just wish I could find that part. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. We got other things to talk about. But go watch it. They had a great show. You know, they posted a lot of different things on their show, on that show. Okay.
Yeah, they're good.
Let's see here. Okay. Now I would like to get into, where did the sling and stone video go?
You had it just up right before you had that one.
I know. Let me see, remove. Okay.
You still got it on the. You still got it in the like waiting room area.
Well, I'm trying to pick.
I think you have to remove that one though first before you can even add.
But I did remove it. Now I removed it.
That's weird because I can still see it like at the bottom. There, now it went away completely.
Okay, I don't know. Let's see. No. I had all this stuff organized, but I don't understand where it went. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Jew. I mean, you seen it up earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it just right before you brought up Larry. Very briefly.
Well.
Strange.
Oh, this is it.
Oh. Okay.
None of us can hide. In 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low orbit satellites placed.
Gotta back it up because that was.
And we're seeing it move in that direction. So stuff, it's going to be connected to totalitarianism, to authoritarianism.
This is about digital ID, correct?
Beast in the Antichrist system. The Bible said this was coming. Let's take a listen.
Yeah.
Diet, about their physical activity, about the way that they live their lives. We think that wearables are a key to the Maha agenda, making America healthy again. And we are going to, my vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
Every American wearing a wearable. The technological advancements are again going to lead to the mark of the beast system. It's going to lead to tyranny. It's going to lead to this stuff. I do got to say, RFK did come out and say that we should not be complying with the digital ID. So I don't know how he's not comparing these two. The technology being embedded in our systems, the wearables, the digital IDs, all this stuff, it's going to be connected to totalitarianism, to authoritarianism.
I gotta pause it real quick, but he said the same thing about vaccines. He didn't want vaccines, and now he wants vaccines. You know what I'm saying? He's a little.
They all change. They all change their
stance. I don't really understand it all, but.
And eventually to the mark of the beast in the Antichrist system. The Bible said this was coming, and we're seeing it move in that direction. So I will play this clip of him, though, saying how we should not comply with digital IDs.
Call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day.
I guess Bill's putting satellites up now. So he wants us to be wearing, the V-word patches, the jab patches, technologies, these wearables. And now he's having satellites being put up around the world. I mean, we do have to resist this technological takeover because they're going to abuse power 100%. We'll see that's exactly what's happening in the UK. who's completely lost their minds with the immigration thing, with the Islam thing. And then now they're saying, well, there's so many migrants here now. Well, now everybody needs a digital ID because we let so.
Wasn't that the perfect plan, though? Wasn't
Right.
that
Create a
because-
problem, have a solution. Create a problem.
And
you
who
have a
said
solution.
that? Obama. He said it so many times. We all remember now, because now we knew how you guys are doing it.
Let them all flood the gates, let them come in. And then now we got to stop them. So this is a great way to stop them,
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Many migrants, and then people aren't working. Yeah, of course, that's why they want it, right? Because people are working without paying taxes, like they care, right? I mean, they all print money. They don't care about that stuff anymore. We're so far past them running that type of system legitimately. So let's finish this off, then we'll get into the UK stuff.
Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. I'm going to tell you 3 rules you all need to know and memorize. Number 1, every power that government takes from us, it will never relinquish voluntarily. Number 2, every power they take from us, they will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible.
Correct.
Number 3, nobody in history of the planet has ever complied their way out of totalitarian control. Every capitulation is a signal to the oppressors to impose new forms of torment or torture or compliance or obedience.
Yep, he's absolutely correct. We'll end that clip there.
So I just wanted to show, and we all see in the UK, the UK, and that it's mandatory. You can't have a job. I don't know if you have anything on that, but I'm just going to skip over it because this part right here is creepy to me. This right here, and this is Sling and Stone, by the way.
Oh yeah, that is creepy.
This is creepy. If they have technology that can do this, creepy people.
Let's move along to see exactly the direction we're going here. Controlled thought zone. This is real. I double checked. Are you having arrestable thoughts? Thought monitoring technology has been installed in this area. Prohibited thoughts are punishable by the court of law. Surveilling London. This is how insane they have gotten. They are arresting people online. Some guy, I just watched a video of a guy the other day being arrested.
So that is that. That was it for that. But we are getting
oh gosh.
Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it makes me think of that poor lady that was praying in front of the abortion clinic, a couple years back.
Yeah.
And they asked her, "Are you praying?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm in my mind." And they're
Right.
like, they arrested her. I mean, yeah, it's happening. That's just so crazy.
Yeah. I have one more to show you real quick on this part. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry. What time is it?
It's 9:25.
So I need to sum it up. This is about 6G though. So I'm gonna not show all these. Where are we at? Okay, let me share screen. That was Sling and Stone.
Really good too, guys. So, yeah, check him out.
I don't understand. 94. Okay, right here. Let's watch this real quick. This is Pastor Tom Hughes. Hope for Our Times YouTube.
You gotta add it to the stage.
So we're on that's the 6th generation. We're in 5G right now. Basically, and to sum it up, 6G is completely AI, completely to control you. We're going to love it. People are going to love it and accept it. To me, it's a Trojan horse. We're going to bring it into our houses. We're going to bring it into our churches and think it's a wonderful thing. but it's there to control everything. The massive amount of data that 6G is going to bring to us, it's going to have to be run by AI. Human will not be able to keep up with that. But they're going to have control to turn off cell phones, to turn off power. They're going to say, well, we're going to control traffic grids. You won't be involved with traffic, but they're going to monitor everything. The United Nations came out with in telephones about a year or so ago. They want to get a cell phone in every hand in the world. We can't feed people in the third world countries, but we can put a cell phone in their hands. Why? So we can track them and monitor them. What all this does, it sets up the Antichrist system. So when that day comes, whenever that power comes in place, he will have everything he needs. 6G goes to nanoseconds. And people can say, well, I'm going to come off the grid. If it's all AI and all that stuff, I'm not going to do with that. Well, in the medical field, they're going to say now with doctors, with nanoseconds, which is 6G will offer, 5G does not offer that. A surgeon can do surgery on somebody and not even be in the same room, not even be in the same state, not even be in the same country.
So how is it?
Because it's real time. It's so quick. It's so fast. It's real time. So they can do heart surgery with robots.
So a robot's going to actually do the physical work.
Right. So he will be he might be in Tokyo.
He could be in India,
Yeah.
Tokyo, or whatever,
Yeah.
operating on somebody in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah. So if you have a child who has a severe lung condition or a heart condition, you say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm off the grid.
Hey, that's basically
But
it's
they-
here. 6G is
surgery
here,
and the
and they're
surgeon
just
can take it.
waiting to roll it out, or if they haven't already, it's all been talking about it coming, so it's just a matter of seconds. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna let you have it because I took way longer than I thought. I didn't know it was gonna end up like that. So you go ahead and let's do yours now.
It's all good. I'm gonna just run through mine really quickly. Mine are. This is more stuff you guys have probably heard about. Lately, there's been. We heard over the weekend. There was a mass shooting in Michigan, and that was horrible. And then there's a shooting in North Carolina. But I just wanted to bring this up, this little short video that this guy here that I'm going to play this little video here is a guy that talked to the shooter before, and he said that what he said disturbed him. So I just wanted to play it real quick.
Okay.
Oh. Hold on, let me turn it up.
The Mormon Bible was this
Hold on.
Christian.
Why isn't it? It's not very loud. It might just be this video.
They put people above Jesus, and then really what I walked away with, the statement I'll never forget was that Mormons are the enemy.
Can you hear that?
Not really. He said something
Yeah.
about Jesus.
Okay, odd.
And then truly, like after that goes into what do you know about Mormons, and then each question is further, sharper, and more pointed about the history of the LDS Church. There was nothing that would indicate any sort of intent to cause what he did. What I would gather was it truly would be like the standard anti-LDS talking points. He was very insistent about that, about the history, and this was that they weren't Christians, that they're the Antichrist, that they do things that are above the. I was in church at the time that the attack happened. I received the message, and I saw that it was an LDS church. I made no connection from the attack in Grand Blanc to what was him. It wasn't until later in the day where I saw a photo where I knew exactly that was him. It was a tirade.
Anyway, I just wanted to show that just because I wanted to show how.
He said we're the Antichrist.
Yeah, he said that that he basically viewed the Mormon Church as the Antichrist, and so that was his reasoning. That was just like a new thing that came out, I guess, either earlier today or whatever.
It's terrible. It's spiritual warfare for real. And
yeah,
you got
really
sleeper cells that are getting activated. You got people that are just mentally not really there. It's just crazy times, but blessed times because Jesus put us here for a reason.
Oh my goodness, yes. So, and then I'm just going to share this real quick about those shootings. Real quick.
Oh, okay.
What do you want to say?
Just at the very, very end, real quick about Tom. We'll just talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
he did a video today that he believes this could be the peace treaty, and we're waiting on Hamas now to sign. Everybody's waiting on Hamas. But he believes it could be the 7-year peace treaty. I do too. I think this is it.
Right.
And I think the whole curveball with the United Nations and Trump's meeting with the many, it's perfect timing. But okay, go ahead, sis.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Accused of a deadly mass shooting at a waterfront bar in North Carolina will also appear in court today.
When the dust settled, 8 people were shot, 3 of them are dead, and at least 1 is now clinging for their life. I want to tell you that the group of people that stand behind me now awoke this morning with a firm resolve to seek maximum justice in this case.
Police say the suspect, Nigel Edge, was apprehended by a U.S. Coast Guard in a boat just 12 miles north from where that shooting took place. The 40-year-old is being charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. At least 4 people are dead and 8 others are hurt, but officials in Michigan fear that those numbers may rise. This is after a shooting at the Church of Jesus Christ of...
Yeah, I'll just stop it there just because I think we've all heard about that. Now, the other one, the North Carolina one, I never even heard about that one on the news until much later. So I don't know why I didn't hear about it, but I didn't. But either way, the one in Michigan, I think it went up to 5 today, so they did find somebody else. So yeah, pray for those families. It's still a bad situation. I wouldn't wish, nobody deserves that.
No, but we're going to see the rise. We're going to see Satan's rule upon us. We're going to see his children just attack.
Yeah. And I just want to bring with all these shootings. This website is called, it's Mass Shooting Tracker. I don't know much about it, but it says that so far for 2005, we've had 384 mass shootings. So it's only been 2 days since the last shooting. I saw a meme on X that said, how many days since there's been a shooting, it had a 1 there, then they were erasing it and putting 0 again because we just, they just keep coming. They just keep coming.
I mean, Louisville, it seems like there's one every day. Every day on the news, there's a shooting. Every day.
Yeah,
I mean, it's getting bad. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump don't send the troops there as well. You know what I'm saying? But, and then.
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
Was that guy that you just played that video? Was that part of the Antifa thing?
No.
Okay, because I was confused about something. Okay, go ahead.
No. That was just that guy over there was just talking about the shootings, and it was just the shootings that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. And this right here, I just thought was, I just looked up, about the height of shooting, basically since 2020, the gun violence and all that stuff has just gone up, the shootings. And they're saying basically it's been over 600 mass shootings in each of the past 4 years since 2020. And they haven't got 2025 yet, obviously, because we're not finished. But it's definitely increasing. I mean, all over the place. And with that, they are.
Yes.
Huh?
Is this the Canada thing?
Well, I'm getting to the Canada thing, but for now, I'm talking about the U.S. though. Just the U.S. alone, since 2020, we have been just right. We're kind of going at about 600 mass shootings in each of those past 4 years. It did say that 2021 remained the worst year on record with 689 mass shootings. However, we're not done with this year yet, so who knows?
It's just on the rampage.
Right. And of course, they're going to use that for what? They're going to use that for, we got to get these guns off the street. They're killing everybody. And it's dangerous. But they always forget to realize that it's not the good people that have guns that are going out usually killing people, right? It's the crazy ones, the people that have problems, their mental health issues. There's the ones that don't buy their guns legally, or they go off the deep end.
Gangbangers and all kinds of people.
Yeah, all kinds of people.
Get hold of them.
They really do. So, I mean, if you go, like Eddie always says, if you go to church, right, no one's going to really probably have a gun in church, right? But then that's a perfect situation for somebody to come in with a gun. So why wouldn't you stay armed in a church, you know? But
Well,
anyway.
they're getting security in most of them now.
So this is called the gun buyback program in Canada. And I just wanted to play this real quick of what they're doing. They hit it at first like, oh, it's voluntarily, you know, it's volunteer. And then you'll see that really it's not. If I actually went to their website and it does say, in fact, it's voluntarily for a while until the some type of period runs out, and then it is mandatory and you will be jailed. But here it is.
Why are you voluntary? How is this? You say that the program is voluntary, but after the amnesty ends, the people are not in compliance with the law. So how is this truly voluntary?
So Canadians starting in Cape Breton today will be able to enroll in the program, be able to get compensated if they were to turn their firearm in, or they will be able to get compensation if they deactivate and confirm that it's certificate. So it is strictly voluntary. Nobody is being forced to undertake the buyback program. Well, the expectation is that they will comply, and the order in council, as you know, is being extended from this October to October of 2026. So there is a 1-year window. Our expectations is that law-abiding citizens will abide by the law, and beyond that, the police of jurisdiction is tasked to, as you know, implement the criminal code.
If Canada is a rule of law, why did you offer to pay someone the difference in compensation and bail them out of jail? You're a minister. Why'd you say that?
Let's maybe put this in context. This was a private conversation with an individual that I've known for many years. I said these two.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop it there just because we're short on time, but you guys can look it up. It's just kind of crazy. They literally lead you to thinking that it's voluntarily, and then you have like, I guess, that year, and then it says on their website, literally on their website, after that period ends, you will be you will be prosecuted. So I mean, it's
just
totally,
like UK. It's going to be mandatory to get a digital ID for you to work there, for you to buy their food. Okay,
Yeah.
and don't forget, Bill Gates, he said, you know, eventually the system will become mandatory for all residents who wish to participate in society. And that was Bill Gates' digital ID system. The same thing that's going on in Venezuela, Mexico, UK.
right. And what they do is they say, and here how I heard it on somewhere, I don't remember. Basically, they'll wait to get like the majority of the population, like 60 to 80% of the population, to do it willingly. Like they'll wait for them to come around because it'll be cool to them or be convenience or whatever. And then after they get that high of it, then they mandate it because it'll be easier to control, you know, the rest of the people. So yeah, these are just
that's how it's going to work with the mark of the beast. You know, it's going to have a little bit of a rollout for you to do it willingly until it's mandatory. You know, until it becomes mandatory.
Yeah,
can't buy or sell, and damn to hell for all eternity. So
yeah, and then just as a little, Trump says Hamas has 3 or 4 days to respond to Gaza plan or pay in hell. So I just thought that was interesting because basically what he said was he said the group has about 3 or 4 days. They're either going to be doing it or not, and if not, it's going to be a very sad end. So this is his deal. That of course, you know, the solution to the peace plan, the eternity peace plan that he's been talking about. So if they don't comply, they're going to have hell to pay. So
I did hear him tell BB that if they don't comply, then he stands behind them 100%. So is it Trump knows that they're not going to comply, and that's okay for BB and them to go ahead and proceed with whatever they got to proceed with to get to where they need to be? Or is it the peace treaties getting ready to get signed and here we go?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. This could really go so many ways.
Oh, this is,
but we know we're close. Yeah, this is something new today. Apparently,
President Trump is slapping his name on this new direct-to-consumer option for prescription drugs. Fox's Connor Henson has a look at what this new plan means for you.
President Trump, flanked by his top health officials and the CEO of Pfizer, announced a new way for Americans to buy prescription medications.
There has never been anything like this in the history of medicine.
Consumers will soon find some popular Pfizer drugs discounted 50 to 100% and sold on a website run by the government dubbed Trump RX. The president also announced Pfizer will offer all of its prescription medications to Medicaid.
We refuse to make the most vulnerable citizens continue to pay an unthinkable price for the world's pharmaceutical breakthroughs.
Those drugs will be offered at the most favored nation prices, meaning Americans will pay the same as people in other developed countries.
I think this is one of the biggest medical announcements that this office has ever made.
The White House says American consumers have been subsidizing research and development for the rest of the world. In addition to lowering prices, Pfizer also announced plans to invest $70 billion to manufacture drugs in the U.S.
We commit to onshore the production of our medicines that are consumed in the U.S. and are made outside the U.S. And for that, we are ready to unleash our investment portfolio in this country.
Earlier this year, President Trump signed an executive order demanding.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Don't that go with the government shutdown? Because listen, Trump and them saying they're not going to sign because they don't want to give the immigration insurance.
Right.
So it's all playing perfect to me. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So if
Yeah,
there is a government shutdown, folks, there's a new doctor in town, Dr. Trump. Don't worry about that.
Trump
Don't worry
RX.
about all that.
And Pfizer, everybody knows who Pfizer is,
In my mind, I think, how could you ever trust them ever again after the, what? But people just keep falling for it and falling for it and falling for it. Don't do it, then it's do it. Don't do it, and then it's do it.
Well, a lot of people's eyes were opened after that. A lot of people's eyes were opened.
If you trust these folks, people, there's something not going on right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all lies. It's deception. I don't know what's in these things. Maybe it's so they can read your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting today because I saw that and I thought, oh, okay. Now Trump's got an RX program and he's got,
Trump card.
Pfizer involved. So,
Trump card.
I just take it as it comes each and every day, and that we're still here. And gosh, Lord, come soon, please.
Yes.
This next one, I just wanted to show real quick. I've only got two more for this real quick. So I just heard about this one. It's the entry-exit system. So it's an automated IT system for registering non-EU nationals for short stays of up to 90 days in a 180-day period. Basically, it collects personal data, including biometric data like fingerprints, facial images, along with date and place of entry and exit. It aims to prevent migration, detect overstayers, and improve overall border security. And it helps also facilitate automated border checks. So basically, this is being launched October 12th of this year. And it's going to affect like all these different countries. So it's coming to all these Europe and the UK and all that stuff. So
the new government, remember? The new government. A new government.
Right. So I just thought that was interesting because another way to implement all this stuff and all in the name of border control and all these migrants.
Security.
Yeah. So
it's for our safety. It's for our safety.
Yeah. It's
everything is for our safety.
Yeah, it's always for our safety or for our benefit.
It's beneficial to you guys.
And this one just was fingerprint scans coming for American travelers to most of Europe, a new policy. Visitors who refuse to provide biometric data will be denied entry under the new system. So this, I just thought, just one more thing. If you are traveling, that's part of that EES system. So even if you're from the United States, you're traveling there, it's trying to introduce you that you will be having to do this. If you're going to France, Italy, Portugal, and United Kingdom and 25 other countries will begin implementing this system on October 12th. So that is just, where we're at.
Well, it's here. The B system's here. This is rolling out, basically. And keep in mind, the Bible says that at the halfway mark, it will then literally be enforced. And I don't know if that's enforcement around the whole world or if it's, we're going to start with the digital wallets and then it's going to be in the right hand or the forehead. and how quickly you can see all that changing super quick. So
absolutely. And then this last one I want to share, this guy, I don't know if you guys know who he is. His name is Nick Shirley. He's a really brave young man, and I pray for him because he seems to be Christian. He's very thoughtful, nice to all these people, but he goes out there in these mass
oh goodness,
these Antifa things, and he puts himself in there, and he tries to actually, I've seen him a lot of times, he tries to talk to people and just try to get their understanding. But yeah, so I'll just play this real quick.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, I didn't do anything. Hey, get the fuck out. You get out of here. Don't try to hit me. Get out of here. Well, I have
Get out of here. Don't come back.
Get away from me.
See you again?
Get away from me, sir.
Where
are you? You're pushing me onto the road.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me move. Let me get out. If you're gonna let me get out. Hey, sir, stop it.
Fucking walk.
Stop.
Walk, motherfucker.
What are you doing? Why are you so mad? I didn't do anything.
You did.
What did I do?
Walk.
I haven't done anything.
Walk, motherfucker. Do not come back.
Watch out.
You come back, I'm gonna fucking smoke you, dude.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm
Why?
gonna smash that fucking camera.
Stop it. Stop. Sir, stop it.
Stop sticking your camera to people's fucking face.
I have the right to be here.
Okay, did I say
I have the right to be here. I have the right to film. You have DHS watching you right there. Lasered on you. You have a sniper lasered on you right now.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop it.
Stop sticking your camera in people's face.
I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. You have a sniper on you right now. You have a sniper on you right now.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, this poor kid, I mean, I feel sorry for him, but yeah, he puts himself out there, and he's basically, he's an independent journalist. And anyway, he's a really sweet young man that is trying to report an actual news, like he tries to report the actual news, but it is very dangerous. And I just want
for real.
Yeah, and then this one, he just put Chinese women, he says, meanwhile, outside of the UN, Chinese women driving around New York City with a massive anti-CCP float with Xi Jinping face covered in a virus. It's only 22 seconds.
No to the CCP.
Chinese Communist Party, CCP virus. We must hold them be accountable. CCP must pay for our...
Wild day out here in New York City.
Yeah, so I just,
that is. I mean, he's like creating them viruses left and right. That was another thing. Talk about AI can now make viruses. That was in the Big Picture show.
Yeah. So since we got to start wrapping it up, I know we haven't talked about we got to talk about the harvest moon.
Yes.
So I
because look, there's just things off, and I'm still very hopeful for Rapture this year. Maybe this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 3 weeks.
Every day we
but
should be
I
looking.
believe it's still this year. I'm very high hopeful. But let's talk about this. Go ahead, sis.
We should watch. We should be watching for Jesus every day as we're commanded to do. Watch and wait. Okay. And we should always look for a blessed hope. And yes, we have certain times that might be a little bit more exciting than other times, but we really should be excited every single day and be watching and waiting, because he really could come at any moment. So just remember that always. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me get back to the video here. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this. Here, let me.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Well, here, let me try to make it bigger. Tell me when you can see it.
I can see it a little bit better. Right there's better.
That's better?
It is good. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna read it real quick. I'm not gonna read all through all of it, but you can, and then we can put some closing remarks to it. But the harvest moon, the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox, isn't directly mentioned in the Bible by name. However, the Bible does reference the moon and its cycles in connection to the agricultural seasons, festivals, and God's creation, which can indirectly relate to the concept of a harvest moon. The lunar calendar and festivals, the Jewish calendar used in biblical times, is lunar based. Key festivals like Passover and Sukkot, which is the Feast of Tabernacles, which is going to be starting on October 6th, are tied to specific lunar phases, often full moons, in the spring and fall. Sukkot, celebrated around the time of the harvest moon, late September or early October, is the harvest festival, giving thanks for the yield of the land. The bright full moon during this season would have aided nighttime harvest activities, aligning with practical significance of the harvest moon. Creation signs. The Bible describes the moon as part of God's creation, meant to mark seasons and times. Psalms 104:19 notes, he made the moon to mark the seasons, which could encompass the harvest moon's role in signaling the time for reaping crops. Symbolic interpretations. Some Christian interpretations link the harvest moon to biblical themes of abundance, gratitude, or eschatological signs. For example, the blood moon, a lunar eclipse which can occur during a harvest moon, is sometimes connected to prophetic verses like Joel 2:31 or Acts 2:20 about the moon turning to blood before the day of the Lord. However, this is more about rare lunar events than the harvest moon specifically. Cultural context. The term harvest moon is a later cultural name, not a biblical one, rooted in agricultural traditions. While the Bible doesn't use this term, the importance of the harvest season and the moon's light for nighttime work, common in ancient agrarian societies, aligns with the harvest moon's practical role. The Feast of Tabernacles, known as Sukkot in Hebrew, also spelled Sukkoth or Sukkos, is one of the major biblical festivals in Judaism, celebrated with deep historical, agricultural, and spiritual significance, is referenced in the Hebrew Bible, and carries meaning in both Jewish and Christian traditions. And then I'm not going to really go over because the next one is basically talks about the festival, the Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot, whatever. But anyway, it kind of gives you an overview about the harvest moon, and then you can just bring up anything that you want to add to that.
Okay, well, real quick on that, it's not going to be very much. Hang on, real quick. Remove.
I just want to show like some little significance with it and the Bible.
Oh, here's kind of what's exciting to me is if the rapture was to happen like on this harvest moon, because it is technically the Feast of Trumpets for Jesus on the Julian calendar. So let's just say he came for us on the real Julian calendar, but they're doing their tabernacles. And what's interesting that I found about, is it on there?
Yeah, let me get this out of the way so that way I can remove it so it doesn't come up.
I hit remove. I don't know.
Yeah, with yours over there, you just got to add it here. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I saw that about pouring out the water. I have that in my notes.
Yeah, and this is, I'm not going to read a whole lot, but I just thought this was interesting. It says the pouring out the water is supposed to be too small. Okay. This, whoa, where did it go?
Huh. You're scrolling too fast.
Well, no, I enlarged it or made it smaller, and then I can't fold it. Well, it's supposed to be like Jesus is the light and water, right? So,
right.
I don't understand. Okay, so real quick, the pouring out the water.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say all these words. And the temple might sing in the Psalms 120 to 134. Of the Polish alarm, there were pitchers filled with water. The priest marked. We don't have to go into all that part, but here's what I want to show you what's significant. Is it says, with joy shall you draw out the wells of salvation. And then you had the Festival of Lights during the same time. We don't have to go into that. If you guys want to go here, it's on Jesus Plus Nothing. And then you can look it up yourselves. But what they were saying is Jesus, in a loud voice, if anyone thirsts, let him come and drink. Whoever believes in me, in the scripture, he said, streams of living water will flow through them. By this, he meant the Spirit, whom then believed the later would receive after the Spirit had not been given since. And then you had the light. You know, Jesus spoke, I am the light of the world. So, yes. In their way of looking at it is they're looking at it in their sense of God and never seeing Jesus. So if we are raptured out of here right before their tabernacle, that is going to probably make them extremely jealous. So much jealousy, probably. Because they're going to be dwelling for 7 days in their booths while we're dwelling for 7 years with our Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Or,
I mean,
I didn't mean to quote that, but you know what I'm saying? So it's almost
Yeah.
like perfect timing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, here the bottom line is, people, we know we are at the end times. Okay.
Yes.
It just we can talk about it all day long. We are at the end times. We're in the season. He could literally come back any moment, and let's not give up hope. Let's keep waiting, watching.
Finish the race.
Huh?
Finish the race.
Yeah, finish the race, and do what we have to do to serve the Lord. And just got to remember, what Jesus did for you. He came here, he died on a cross, he shed his perfect blood for you for something that he never even did. He never sinned. He paid for all of your sins with that blood. He was buried and rose again 3 days later, and said that death is defeated. Basically, there's victory over death. And all it takes really is for you to believe in your heart what Jesus did for you and confess to him. And basically you were saved. It's not that hard. The gospel is not hard. If you believe in truly what he did for you, you are saved. I mean, and it would be to walk with the Lord. And it doesn't happen overnight. Some people have miraculous things that happen, and some people, it takes years. The walk with the Lord can be a long time, but it's a learning process. So, you never, everybody's different. So don't think, okay, I just got saved. Now what? And you're waiting for some, like, you're just going to be changed and be perfect. No, it doesn't work that way. I wish it did. It just doesn't. Anyway, time is short, and that's basically what the message is, and keep watching. Right?
Yes. I think that's pretty much it, sis. I love you. And I think, basically, yeah. Jesus says, if you're not watching, you won't know what hour he comes. So if we are watching.
And you won't get a crown if you don't watch.
That's right. But if he says we're not watching, we won't know what hour he comes in Revelation 3. But if we are watching, could we possibly know the hour he's coming? I don't know. Maybe. Let's just keep eyes looking up, because every day is a high watch day.
It really is.
Every day from this very moment on.
Every day is a high watch day. Every day.
Keep looking up. Love you all. And I think that's about it, sis.
Yeah. That's your final words for this evening. And we'll see you guys next week, if we're still here, by the grace of God and Lord willing. And until that time, keep looking up.
Yes.